What is the most disturbing thing a teacher has done in class? I also had a teacher who believed in homeopathic medicine. She got a decent-sized cut one day falling and hitting her arm along a drawer, think seeing significant meat, and came back 2 days later. She had this weird bandage and there was leaves and shit sticking out. About 2 more days and her arm was incredibly weak, so she got a sling. The next week she came in and stung. It was just this putrid rolling think smell. The following say smell was still there, her eyes were sunken, and she was breathing weird. By the end of the day she passed out and was, against her will, taken to the hospital. Her nephew was in my gym and told us the rest. It turns out she elected not to get stitches and decided she'd drive home, pack a half-inch cut with honey and various herbs. She then wrapped the arm up. Humans are not meant to have a wound full of crap, so her body said fuck that. The whole cut was rotten. She was deemed, due to a high temperature, not to be able to make decisions on her own and basically asked her mother if they can do real medicine. The mother said yes, and they cut a sizable chunk of flesh out, pumped her full of medicine, and about a week later she was out. Want to know the real kicker? She stopped speaking to her mother for almost 2 years because she allowed doctors to pump poison into her. Soon after she got fired for cursing out the principal over him calling an ambulance and threatened to sue him. Walked into my junior year trig class early one time. The class was right after lunch. Found my teacher with her head mostly down, an open bottle of whiskey, and a small, empty drinking glass on her desk. She looked up. I smiled. She casually opened her desk and deposited the glass and bottle within, without breaking eye contact. What did you see here today, Orden Garden? Lesson preparation. Good. And that's how I passed junior trig. When I was teaching, another guy, who was a disbarred lawyer, called a girl up to the front of the classroom and had her twirl around and then said something to the effect of all the boys are really happy you dressed like that today. Almost surprisingly, that got him canned. Also, the priest at my church tells the story of a professor of his at uni who was a total alcoholic. One day he's late for class. The classroom is in the basement of the building, with windows high on the wall that are at ground level on the outside, and are at the bottom of a small slope from the sidewalk. Someone notices that here comes the professor on the sidewalk, except that instead of continuing down the sidewalk and entering the building, he veers off the sidewalk and starts walking down the slope. He proceeds to fall down, roll down the slope until he bumps into the windows, opens the window, climbs in, and proceeds to start lecturing.